The year was 1789, and France was on the brink of total and utter explosion. The French people had endured too much. They watched as a king and queen spent money the country did not have. King Louis XVI and Queen Marie Antoinette had no idea what hit them. No longer would the people stand by as they were given so little while the monarchy held so much. No longer would the people let a government rob them without a fight. The French people would give birth to a new France, a France born out of the blood of the kings and queens of old. In the late 17th century, France had become a hotspot for thinkers and philosophers. For centuries, the country had been ruled by kings and queens whose power was given to them by God himself. Rulers ranged from good to bad. However, in the late 1770s and early 1780s, bad rulers were the least of their problems. A series of terrible winters had destroyed crop after crop, leaving the people with little food. They also had a raise in taxes to pay for the American Revolution, followed by a steady increase over the course of the years to pay for the lavish lives of the wealthy classes. The French government was divided into 3 estates. The first estate was the king, queen, along with the nobles and other rich people. The second was made up of the church and clergy, and the third was the rest of France. The first 2 estates made up only 1% of the population. The other 99 were the poor and hungry. When Louis XVI took the throne, he inherited a country in turmoil. Louis was not fit for rule, and he's quoted in his diary on the day of his coronation, saying, "We rule too young." Louis was a terrible king and often took the word of his nobles instead of his own advisors. When the nobles told him to raise taxes against the estates, he did so without question. The injustice and outright disregard of their government to the poor was too much to handle. So the people decided to create their own government. Their first target would be the Bastille. The Bastille was a prison that housed anyone who openly criticized the king or country. It was a symbol to the people of the oppression of the monarchy that had held them down for so long. France has been a part of 125 major, large-scale battles over the country's history. None, however, have been as deadly or as bloody than the French Revolution. A total of 40,000 people paid for the revolution with their lives. Of that 40,000 people, only 100 lost their lives during the storming of the Bastille. The raid of the prison was not the deadliest event of the revolution, but it set off a chain of events leading to even the worst parts. On the morning of July 14th, 1789, the people had had enough. They were going to tear down the Bastille and the monarchy. They stormed the ancient prison. When they got to the gates, they were met with guards and guns. As bullets rained down on the mob of people, some were hit, but as one man fell from a bullet, 2 more took his place in the mob. The revolutionaries tore down the gate and headed for the guards. As they ran into the prison, the guards fought back with swords, clubs, and guns. The revolutionaries wielded the same. However, in their case, the people were angry and had nothing to lose. They quickly overpowered the guards and beat them until dead. They found the captain of the guards and drug him out to the square of the courtyard and beat him. To warn others of their deadly dedication to the revolution, they did something that would change the course of history. The inequality in France shone even in death. Beheadings were usually held for those in high esteem, kings and queens and nobles. But the French people wanted to change that. So, they decided to make everyone equal, even in death. They cut off the heads of the captain of the guard and his guards and placed them on pikes and paraded them around the square and the prison. After the heads were placed on pikes, they torn down the Bastille, brick by brick, while symbolically tearing down the monarchy and France along with it. The cutting and marching of heads sent a clear message to the monarchy. They said they had had enough of being ignored and wanted to be heard. The storming of the Bastille and tearing down was symbolic of the people freeing themselves from the oppression of the monarchy that they had been subjugated to, the